Hachi. Hachi Pachi. Give me goblins. Hachi. Oh. Bad, I never learned the bunny tech and now it's gone? Good, now you don't have to learn it. Patch Hotfix 80. Holy crap. Did you guys imagine? It's been 80 hotfixes. I feel old. Alright. Well, we got more hearts than clown emojis. That's good, right? That's a good sign. Bunny hopping could have stayed one time to frame rate. I think it should have gotten out of the game. Just get out of the game, man. Bunny hopping is so bad. Bug fixes. Fish an issue where casting hide as a rogue after giant worm burrowed underground caused the worm to visually appear as if it were burrowing again and stealth is broken. Okay. Issues where axe specialization caused Francesco throwing damage to exceed intended values and used by barbarian. So maybe they're making axe spec not apply to Francesco's anymore. I don't think it was that big of a deal. It's just 3 damage, but what do I know? Fixed issue where savage roar cast by a barb at the moment a monster was battle introed appeared could cause the monster action to stop. Okay. This issue where hitting the forehead of a druid in panther form might not register as a valid hit. You guys remember when we showed that on my video? On stream in my video? You think they watched my video? You think they watched my video where I showed that shit? I'm thinking they might have. I don't know, maybe Iron Mace does watch my videos. Maybe they don't. I don't know. Fixed issue where jumping or crouching after casting a druid spell could cause the visual effects to unnaturally linger in midair. An issue where certain effects in Sorcerer's Windblast did not properly scale down with distance. I don't know what that means. You mean you get knocked back less if you're further away? Fixed issue where Electric Dash allowed the Sorcerer to reach locations they could avoid crow damage. Okay. They watch your videos, those are maybe be buffed, yeah. Fixed issue where casting a spell barehanded while using an in-game emote, Sorcerer could prevent the emote from being cancelled. Weird. Fixed issue where Soul Collector might not accumulate soul stacks when using Flamewalker and Phantom Monster Warlock. Fixed issue where Bloodstained Blade caused thrown weapon damage to increase beyond intended design. So do throwing weapons not scale with Bloodstained Blade anymore, the weapon damage? Fixed issue where a Warlock equipped with Soul Collector and Shadow Touch could collect 2 Darkness Shards when executing enemy with 2 or less HP in melee combat. I wonder how they found that bug out. I feel like that'd be like really hard to find out. Fixed issue where the wall on the left side rather than the right side reaching out can interfere when casting a spell while holding a spell book. Oh, yeah. You hit your left hand. You guys ever notice that? If you're hugging a wall on your left side where you're casting with a spell book, you hit your left hand. You hit the book on the wall. It's the weirdest thing. It happened to me like 3 times when I was playing spell book, like Warlock. And I think it like got me killed like twice. Book can bonk a wall, but it has a hitbox now. It has a hitbox now, yeah. All right. Fixed issue where some ground monster Goblin Cave might move and might not move properly, okay? Fixed issue where Skeleton Swordsman's low sweeping attack you're supposed to occur at a certain probability, it might not trigger at all. What? Huh? Low sweeping attack. Skeleton Swordsman? The skeleton with the one-handed sword? That's the skeleton with the one-handed sword. I've never seen him do that. Was it bugged? Did he have different moves the whole time? And we didn't even know? What the hell? Is this Wyander? Oh, okay. Well, whatever. I'm wrong. Fixed issue where Spectral Knight could leave the boss room. Okay, we've seen that a few times. Fixed issue where Ghost King being stopped on the floor roaster, preventing movement. So you can't cheese Ghost King anymore? I'm sure you can. You just got to put him in a different spot, to be honest. Skeleton Swordsman is Wyander one. Okay, so they're just going to do the 3rd attack now for some reason. All right, fixed issue where a living statue could appear to teleport during combat. Nice. Hopefully that was so annoying, man. Fixed issue where Harpy could appear to teleport with each kick attack. Okay. Fixed issue where some of the monsters equipped in Inferno might delayed player recognition. Fixed issue where High Roller Inferno where defeating the Death Skull from Hellwind module would not allow interaction, preventing players from receiving rewards. Okay, I don't quite understand that. Fixed issue where Druid's rat form could be used to move outside the map at certain locations in Goblin Cave. Yay! Fixed issue where Goblin Cave Ant's Nest module where players could pass through a specific wall. Weird. Fixed issue where background props in the same module as Frost Mountain might get placed in unintended locations. Okay. Fixed issue where the Frost Mountain infernal room where players could get stuck between a specific chest and a wall. Fixed issue where trap hole in a specific spot in the Frost Mountain Hive module could cause Druid's rat form to fall and become trapped. Weird. Module had Ghost King skull bats you couldn't loot. I think I noticed that actually. This issue where setting visual effects quality medium or low could cause LOD issues some part of the Frost Wyvern boss room just by rotating the camera. Weird. This issue where the iron gate of an activated down portal could be remain closed. Oh, this is where they put the gates or something. I don't know. Who knows? Well, I already have a headache, man. I'm gonna take some Excedrin. All right. This issue where bushes and other objects in the map can prevent monsters from detecting players. I mean, isn't that prohibited where bushes and other objects in the map can prevent monsters from detecting players? Isn't that called stealth? Isn't that called stealth? I mean, I thought that was intended, right? You're supposed to be able to hide from monsters if you sneak past them? I don't know. What do I know? Mobs have ESP, yeah. This issue in some runes modules, players could climb walls and appear to be floating above the module. This issue in runes broken bridge where players could not pick up scattered gold and silver coins in the ground. Okay. Fixed issue in the rune stables module where some certain stone walls in the same height had inconsistent climbability. Okay. Oh, I see. Fixed issue in some runes modules where sound effects could become muffled. Fixed issue in the runes Barbican module, where door opening sounds might play incorrectly. Although the numbers might be messed up because of patch day. 3K and 3K right now. What? Are you serious? No way. 3K and 3K? Are you saying that the majority of players in Dark and Darker are from Epic? Holy shit. That is crazy. It just went up? Okay, we'll see later. We'll later. All right, issue crypt where the downstairs iron gate comes open too quickly upon entering. Issue crypt center module where some iron bars can be passed through swinging a weapon. Fixed issue where players can become stuck in the stairs of Inferno's stairway of agony, preventing movement. Fixed issue in the Inferno Demon's Layers module where a lever placed in a certain location becomes obscured from views. Fixed issue where the throwing time of Francesca asks was too fast. What does that mean? You just throw them too fast? Mostly armed to yours because it's free on Epic? I don't know. Fixed issue where the hand animation can be skipped and changing items to inventory while holding a weapon or utility item. You mean hot swapping? I don't quite understand. Fixed issue where utility items could fail to be equipped even after placing them in a slot. Okay. Issue where some equipment icon images displayed white outer pixels. Issue replacing a cloak on a dead corpse might not show the newly replaced cloak. Issue, I like how you put the cloak on the corpse and like you just like you can like imagine your character redressing a dead body. Issue where a player who died could respawn in the same dead state that re-entered the session. Confusing. Issue where a character might not grab the rope when escaping via the rope. Issue where the rope escape could not be cancelled. Issue where the character who escaped could enter the next floor with another team member who was knocked down. Oh, weird. That's a weird issue. Fixed issue where after moving the next floor in a random matchmaking party, the recently matched party members might not appear in the pop-up after the game ends. Issue where pressing ready and adding a new party member could trigger an error code. Weird, okay. Issue where after receiving a recovery, the item could still appear as if it hadn't been collected. Issue where friend recovery might not work properly. Fixed issue where player entering the dungeon for the first time might crash to the character selection screen. Fixed issue where your score might not be displayed when checking the leaderboard of another class. Fixed issue where the religion window could be moved horizontally by right-clicking. Okay. Fixed issue where after adding a similar achievement, the count of previous achievements might not be reflected. Database migration will be done during maintenance, but depending on database load or complexity, this may not be implemented this time. Wait, so they did the database migration? Cross lightning and the fire orb combos. 2 seconds pretty much hit scan. They can't dodge. The orb is pretty insane. Wonderful. Sounds balanced. Fixed issue where achievements might reset if you escape and connect immediately after completing an achievement. Fixed issue where item lists could fail to load when entering the marketplace. Fixed issue where the random option drop-down menu from the item search function in the marketplace would not close when another part of the screen. Fixed issue where right-clicking on drop-down menus in places like the marketplace trading post could trigger the engines pop-up. What does that even mean? Fixed issue where when trying to change key bindings and options input, the message instructing you to press escape could cause the options window to close if escape is pressed. All right. Balance changes. You can no longer bunny hop. Good. It's probably for the best, guys. It's probably for the best. Anybody that like was crushing on bunny hop, now you just have to learn to play the game better. It is what it is. Like at the end of the day, like bunny hop was basically use it or die mechanic. Bunny hop is still in the game. Is it? Are you thinking of a different type of bunny hop? You might be thinking of a different type of bunny hopping. Bunny hopping is not jumping while casting, or jumping while switching weapons, or jumping while swinging. Bunny hopping was repeatedly jumping. Repeatedly jumping with your mouse wheel so you never lost movement speed while doing long casts and shooting your bow. Added protection to prevent hot swapping of weapons in the inventory that allows for the instant equipping weapons. Good. No more hot swapping. No more bunny hopping. Game saved. Watch out for wall spikes now. Why? How many people in boss chat earlier it was? We'll see. We'll see about that. They are spear length. Adjust the armor rating curve to give slightly more physical damage reduction at the upper end. I don't know how this is going to look. I don't know how it's going to feel. We'll see how it is. Maybe plate will actually be valuable again. Because, I mean, you could wear cloth and leather and hit 50% PDR pretty easy. You can do it backwards or sideways, just going forward, but very reduced movement. Okay. Flatten the PDB curve at the upper end, so physical damage bonus is not as stackable at the upper end. I wonder how they flattened it. You think they flattened the physical power curve or flattened the physical damage bonus curve? Because you can get physical damage bonus on your gear and it like always looks like flat. They nerfed PDR earlier, yeah. Updated the magical damage bonus curve and now matches the PDB curve. This is huge. Now magical damage bonus isn't gonna curve at double the rate of physical, which is probably good for the game. People are really magic damage bonus is in the toilet now from what I'm hearing. Yeah, people are gonna maul about everything. We'll see. Arena's Dark Swarm now it's a 75% healing reduction. This is Arena's Dark Swarm, not just the Dark Swarm. All right, Barbarian reckless attack armor pen changed from 85% to 75%. Okay, whatever. This will change their damage by like 5. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, Barbarian's gonna do like 5 less damage on a reckless attack, like whatever. Wizard ignite duration changed from 15 to 8 seconds. Cringe. Haste duration changed from 8 to 6 seconds. Cringe. Chain lightning's attribute bonus changed from 75 to 100%. Zap 75 100%. Explosion 75 100%. This is because of the magic damage bonus curve just got halved. But this means that these two abilities scale more with true damage, which was what you build on all wizards. So they lose a little bit of damage and they gain a lot back. So we'll be all right. 3 spells are about the same. Yeah, I imagine so. All right, Cleric. Bless duration changed from 30 to 8 seconds. Massive L. This is so stupid. Why? Bro, Bless was not a problem. Did anybody ever consider Bless a problem? And I mean, they're just reducing the duration of buffs across the board. Yeah, I don't know why they nerfed Bless. Protection duration from 20 to 6 seconds. Why? Divine Strike changed from 20 seconds. This is why. Oh, what was the point? Protection to 6 seconds? You gotta be kidding me. No one's gonna run protection. Yeah, no, this is cringe. All 3 of these spells are dead. Somebody 1v1 SEF is Cleric, so he nerfed hard. Guys, chill out about Cleric. I'm gonna be honest with you. Cleric with no spells is still gonna run people over with Smite. Like, it is what it is, right? Like, at the end of the day, no spell Cleric was the best melee class in the entire game. Cleric is not cooked. They're still the best melee class in the entire game. No spell Cleric still the best melee class in the entire game. Smite plus Divine Pride or Smite plus Judgment is still as good as it ever was. But no, this is cringe. And you know what's cringe? This is cringe. Ignite changing from 15 to 8 seconds is cringe. Ignite is not overpowered, guys. It never was. Ignite is like just a fun spell. No spell Cleric should have got nerfed. Love to play supporting my team. Yeah, you just have to not run your buffs this time. Bard, Accelerando duration change for 8 to 6 seconds. Allegro 8 to 6 seconds. They're just normalizing all the buffs to be like 6 seconds or 8 seconds. I don't know, man. Rousing Rhythms duration was doubled. Harmonic Shield duration's doubled. That is huge. Harmonic Shield can now only be used as self-target. Holy shit. Okay. Well, one, this is actually pretty big, actually. But the double duration to be 4 minutes is actually kind of crazy. Buff bards. Yeah, I mean solo bards are just gonna be better, right? You just have it's gonna be less annoying to maintain your spells. +5 all nerfed on Warlock. First Bane's instant damage attribute bonus changed to 75 100%. Darkness shards to be stacked up to 2, each giving 25% dark magical damage bonus. Uniform bonus to dark magical damage for darkness shard changed to 25%. Bonus to dark magical damage per darkness shards changed to 25%. Alright, mates, come the fuck on, man. Listen, like I've been saying this forever. Ever since 5 shard Warlock came out. I said, make it so Torture Mastery doesn't let you get Darkness Shards, and Warlock with +5 is actually fine. Problem is, Warlock with Torture Mastery was getting +5 all and infinitely kiting and being like a demigod. Alright. So frustrating, bro. Warlock is not dead, man. Warlock is not dead. Just because your class got nerfed doesn't mean it's dead. That being said, why is every Sorcerer perk have a downside, but we can't attach a downside to Warlock Torture Mastery? Right? Like, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. It's so crazy. Like, it's so crazy. Like, just do it. And then now you can have more than one way to play Warlock. More than one way to play Warlock. You can literally, now you can play Torture Mastery with no plus all, or you can play non-Torture Mastery and have plus all. There you go. Congratulations. There's 2 ways to play Warlock now instead of 1. Not the case for sword perks anymore. We'll see. Druid, Tree of Life's health bonus changed from 40 to 20. All attribute bonus changed from 5 to 3, and duration changed from 10 to 8 seconds. Okay, so they nerfed Tree of Life, but I mean, Druid still got Life Bloom, and Druid still got animal forms. So this is gonna fix Druid buff ball, maybe a little bit, but not really. Like it's a small nerf. All right, Sorcerer, big changes. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I already saw something that's gonna piss me off. Sorcerer can reach 95% CDR, by the way, right? All right, Sorcerer Water Bolt. Damage changed from 20 to 15, because, you know, Sorcerers with the Water Bolt were really slaying out in the dungeon. Wind Blast range changed from 7 to 4 meters. Okay, but they couldn't take the damage off Wind Blast. They should have just taken the damage off Wind Blast, guys. Iron Mace, just take the damage off Wind Blast. That's the problem. The issue was Instacast Wind Blast, kiting dealing like 30-something damage per Wind Blast. Yeah, whatever, who cares? All right, Stone Skin movement speed penalty changed from -10 to -5. Fire Arrow, each damage changed from 10 to 8. Flame strike damage change from 35 to 30. Fire orb damage change from 30 to 25, and splash damage change from 15 to 10. Guys, we've learned nothing. Iron Mace has learned nothing. They have learned nothing. Keep in mind that magical damage is scaling less, right? We know that. We went up there, magical damage was reduced by like 50% scaling. So, but the issue with these spells has always been that they have multiple damage components that scale 100%, which means that using them with a spell book was overpowered. Keep in mind now, fire arrow does 8 damage per fire arrow now, which means if you use a orange spell book, each of your fire arrows gets a 75% increase in damage per arrow just for holding an orange spell book. Or if you have 7 true magical damage equipped, you get a, what, 85% increase in damage per arrow? This is the issue. The issue is that these multiple damaging spells were hitting targets multiple times and getting multiplicative increase off your flat scaling from your true damage and your spellbook. This doesn't change anything. What about both? It's like 200%. Like it's insane. We've learned nothing, and we continue to nerf the base values of these spells, which makes them mandatory to use with a spellbook instead of casting with your hands, which is what Sorcerer was literally designed to do. These new perks give like 12 magical power on bare hands. Somehow. All right. I mean, whatever. Fire orb, 7 magical power. Not flat damage. Yeah, it's not flat damage. 7 flat damage is more than 7 magical power. I gotta tell you, like, I have to play with gear to know these things. Yeah. Add a perk to encourage hand casting. Yeah. Book casting sword can get 80% magical power bonus. Yeah, Apex gives you 50% still, right? Or did they nerf Apex? Did they nerf Apex, or is it still just 50%? Keep in mind that they have the magical power scaling overall, but if Apex still gives you 50%, that means you can like double your magical power bonus just from running Apex. All 5 of us mud shield users in shambles right now. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna get angry. I swear Iron Mace devs are worse than Riot devs. Apex unchanged. Apex is 50%. These new perks encourage spamming. Great. All right. HP of Earth Elemental, Lava Elemental increased by 50. Yeah, they needed that because last night when I was playing duos, somebody tried to block me in a door with their Earth Elemental, and I hit it 1 time in the head with my longsword. It died. Electric dash landing damage changed from 15 to 20. Okay. Flamethrower damage changed from 10 to 20. Okay, cool. 30% without the slowing. Wonderful. Apex plus Wind Mastery gives 100% magic power bonus. Okay. Mud Shield duration changed from 8 seconds to 4 seconds. Thank God we got rid of the Mud Shield spammers in the game, guys. Thank God. Iron Mace, thank you so much, because all 3 of us Mud Shield users were just absolutely demolishing all the rangers in the dungeon. Like, I'm gonna be honest, this is insane. This change was insane. Why did we nerf Mud Shield, bro? 4 seconds on Mud Shield? Are you fucking kidding me? No one uses Mud Shield. No one uses, I never saw a sorcerer use Mud Shield against me, ever. I never saw one sorcerer use Mud Shield against me. Meanwhile, I use Mud Shield against every ranger, because if I don't use Mud Shield, I literally cannot close the gap and fight them. Literally cannot fight rangers without using Mud Shield as a melee sorcerer. Why did we nerf this? Mud Shield is always super limited to spell. I can't rotate with you. Mud Shield got rid of, Mud Shield used up your most powerful spell, Elemental Bolt. Mud Shield Abuser, yeah. Mud Shield buff fall 2 OP. Now you gotta block ranger with golems. Yeah, spend 7 memory slots. But why do we nerf Mud Shield? All right, Thorn of Earth damage increased to 30. Who cares? Mud Shield nerf was insane. Yeah, it's insane. Why would we do that? Why would we nerf Mud Shield? Why would we nerf Mud Shield? I don't get it. Why would we not only would we nerf it, but we didn't go from 8 to 6 seconds like every other buff in the game. It seems that they wanted to normalize all the buffs between 8 and 6 seconds. Why the fuck did we nerf Mud Shield to 4 seconds, bro? It's not even worth casting anymore. Does Flamethrower deal damage now? Probably not. Seems that merge spells have 0 cast time now without insta cast perk. Okay. I also forgot to say blues don't open up in normals until halfway in the round like it used to be. Aqua Prison thing seems to be good for melee sword. Positive note, Firewall, Lightning Storm, Room Clear is very viable now. Why? It's possible to receive 1 to 2 primary attributes with socketing a diamond. This is good. This is good because before, diamonds were worth nothing. And I probably should have held on to all my diamonds because diamonds could be worth a lot more now. Physical damage bonus and magical damage bonus can be attained through random modifier been reduced. Okay. Damage ratio for each section of the rapier has been changed. Each section of the rapier. So did we give Sour Spot to rapier finally? Holy shit, did we give Sour Spot to rapier finally? That's crazy, bro. Oh my god, it only took literally 2 years. Rondell Dagger's primary 3 and 4 attack damage multiplier changed from 1.05 to 1. Okay, cool. Castline Dagger Primary attack, 3 damage multiplier change from 1.3 to 1.4. Finally, the Castellan Chads are getting the love that they so desperately need. Maybe I'll use Castellan. Well, I always use Castellan Dagger, but maybe I'll use it again unironically. I doubt it's gonna change too much, but it could. That's like 2 more damage on a hit, 2 or 3 more damage. We do 0 damage to Barb and Warlock now, only in normal zombies, bro. If you stack some true damage, you'll be fine. Chris Dagger's primary. Wait, what are we crying about? I don't know. Chris Dagger's primary attack damage 3 or 4 multiplier change from 1.15 to 1.0, whatever. 1.10. I'm sorry. Lantern Shield's counterattack damage multiplier change from 1.25 to 1.15. Thank God, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest, everyone's crying about Longsword, but Lantern Shield is actually doing the same damage as Longsword, but it doesn't have any of the negative effects of Longsword. It's minus 10 move speed. It's like Lantern Shield's crazy. It gives you armor as a stat stick. It does the same damage on riposte as Longsword, and it's easier to block with, and it's only minus 10 move speed, and you can use an actual good weapon in your main hand, like Harming Sword, Morning Star, Dagger, Rapier, literally anything you want. It also attack quicker, yeah. I hate that they treat Bardiche and Halberd the same, yeah. Bardiche's primary attack 2 damage multiplier change 1.95 to 1.05. Halberd buff, Albus buff. Wormhall's primary attack 2 and 3 damage multiplier change from 1.15 to 1.0 or 1.10. Wormhall's secondary attack 1 damage multiplier change from 0.9 to 1. Windless crossbow weapon damage removed by 4 and armor pen change from whatever, man. It doesn't change anything. Reducing the weapon damage by 4 and the armor pen by 35%. Like, people are still gonna get one shot, man. And it's not that. It's the double crossbow ranger shooting you in the body with a windless crossbow and then instantly pulling out his other crossbow. And if he hits you with that, you're dead. Right? That's the cringe shit. Rangers have like 2 or 3 different ways to one-shot you in the game. Right? They have multi-shot. They have windless not one-shot you, but like kill you in under a second. There you go. At range. There you go. Kill you in under a second at range. Let's do that. They have windless crossbow combo. They have windless one-shot. They have multi-shot. And actually recurve bow triple shot actually can kill you. Unless you're like super tanked up. If you get stuck in a doorway and they pop triple shot on recurve bow, you can actually die from that. Game ups. Updates. Arena Test Season 2 is scheduled to end on March 10th. Oh, I thought they were going to end it on this patch. You can now preview which items are available on the same package shop page. Report accuracy feature displays number of successful reports banned in the UI. Please note the data displayed here for testing purposes. The finalized system may be different data. This is bugged. It doesn't work right now. This doesn't bug right now. It says like 0 out of whatever for basically everybody. Even if you know for a fact you've had people banned before. Added arena recent matches feature. Okay. Add new modules to Crypts and Ruins. Dual boss indicator. You can now check the boss's death status through the dual boss indicator. Oh, that's cool. That's kind of cool, but at the same time, like, sus. So now you can see if once both bosses are dead, you can crash the center room in Goblin Caves. Add a new Drew spell, Orb of Nature. We'll look up that in a minute. 6 new perks: Sorcerer, Emerge Might, Innate Talent, Elemental Fury, Mana Flow, Lightning Mastery, Air Master. We'll go look those up too. New spells for Sorcerer: Aqua Prism, Fire, Frost Breath, Plasma Breath, Plasma Blast, Frost Lightning. Okay. Can you imagine if Wizard ever got new spells? Could you imagine? Improve visibility of players affected by Cleric's Divine Strike buff, which are previously obstructed too much of the screen. Okay. Improve Lich's summoning animation by displaying an intuitive red shield to indicate the invincibility state. Oh, okay. Improved accessibly dark areas in the dungeon overall. Okay, we'll see. Improve the background of the Goblin Cave's rope exit. Improve some props in the dungeons that were obstructing gameplay or needed visual improvements. Changed High Roller Fog of War removed. We removed the Fog of War. Portals randomized. Dark Swarm added. Some fixed escape down props deactivated. So we got the circle back in High Roller, the thing that everybody in the game basically hated. No, Fog of War removed in High Roller. Everyone hated the circle in Darker and Darker. They brought it back. I don't know why. I talked about this in my other video. They were saying like everybody, the game had 1 million players in the playtest. And I'm like, yeah, but High Roller didn't exist in the playtest. And the game wasn't as scuffed as it is now. Right? I don't think the Battle Royale circle was why people are quitting the game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just don't think it. Change runes to random dungeon, change Goblin Cave. We'll check out these random stuff too. I think the dungeons have harder AI instead of the circle, yeah. It as a bolt for range. The only weakness they had now is they're the perfect class. Nice. Seems fair. This update continues the expansion of random dungeon system. The random dungeon system has now been applied to both Ruins and Goblin Cave dungeons. We have also added numerous new modules to various locales. This update also adds more class content as we flesh out Sorcerer class with new perks and spells. In our quest to make the game more accessible, we feel we have made good progress with the current normal game modes. However, we also feel that we have lost a lot of the hardcore edge we originally intended. Random dungeons and random portals and random Dark Swarm is not hardcore. That is random gotcha pachinko shit, bro. Come on. It's not hardcore. It's random and frustrating. Like, why would you ever bring in a gold key if you thought you were gonna waste your time not even be able to loot the gold pile because the circle closed over it on the first circle close? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, whatever. In the past, we have pursued the strategy of pushing high roller mode as the definitive end goal for all players and tried to press players into that mode by retaining a high level of consistency between normal and HR modes. Recently, our thinking has changed. Now we look at high roller experience as a uniquely separate experience from the normal mode. Our goal with high rollers is no longer broad appeal or high participation, but a return to a true hardcore playground that serves as a high-end test for only the strongest willed players and parties. We believe that the original versions of Dark and Darker with the Dark Swarm circles and random portals are more aligned with this vision. We'll be testing the return of that system for the HR dungeon. Bro, you're just not having anybody playing high roller. Like, I'm gonna be honest, nobody's gonna play high roller. It's gonna be empty. So if you think hardcore is having solo lobbies, then go for it. Everybody's gonna want to play solo lobbies. You guys want a PvE mode? Just go to high roller. Right? Everybody said, when's Iron Mace gonna implement PvE mode? I'm tired of getting run down by players. Okay, just go play high roller, man. You'll be in an empty lobby just by yourself. High roller is literally the PvE mode of the game now. Please understand there would be growing pains as we tune the system to properly work along with new random dungeons and continuous matchmaking system. We also need time to better adjust the rewards for surviving the much more brutal HR dungeons. Unfortunately, our internal capacity has limits in finding the correct balance for the new HR dungeons, and our goal is to fine-tune the system along with the hardcore community so we can properly release a return to hardcore dungeons. I read it, but it didn't process in my brain. Internal capacity to find a correct balance for new HR dungeon. The goal is to fine-tune the system along with the hardcore community. We properly release a return to hardcore dungeons by the start of the next season. So we're gonna get more hardcore and high roller. Just add more RNG to it. Maybe in high roller now as well. Like your character will randomly stub his toe and like stop moving for like 12 seconds while you're fighting mobs. It's gonna hurt your ankle, twist your ankle. You can also notify the players the current arena test season will end soon in March. Please see the timer and the arena leaderboard for the precise date. We collected good data and we'll be making some adjustments to arena test season 3, which we can shortly afterwards. Please note the shortened arena test season 3 plan to temporarily allow players to keep their items after a loss, even if the item does not have the found by players designation. We also plan to update the map rotation for the next arena season, including the addition of modules. This arena season has had horrible maps. Finally, players will now be able to see their ban report data for the cheers they reported. This is bugged. It doesn't work right now, so don't even bother. They got to put on a new patch to make it work. It is displayed for a rolling report period currently set at the previous 30 days. We plan to utilize this data to make large improvements to the reporting system, build a cleaner experience for everyone. Thank you for your continued support. See you in the dungeons. Missing. High roller will no longer allow players to re-enter instances they've already entered, so you can't re-enter high roller continuous dungeons. Okay. Dungeon recovery will no longer work on high roller. Okay. I mean, bro, I'm just saying high roller is going to be a PvE mode. No one's going to play it. No one's going to play it, bro. The only people playing high roller are going to be gold farming warlocks sitting out in the swarm, just torture master healing off of all the mobs and never losing health in the swarm. Because the dark swarm reduces healing only in arena, not in normal lobbies. Because guys, I was there. I was there when the dark swarm existed before, and this is the exact same thing that happened before. Warlocks sat in the swarm, torture master healing off of everything, and they were the only class to sit outside the circle, and you could never find them because that's all they did. And then we had some issues with the patch process that got extended, and then currently ban reports not being displayed. Connecting will resolve this issue. Epic Games is no longer updating automatically. It must be moderated. Updates take time. So Epic Games, they said they're going to work on it. You guys can play. You just have to wait. Epic Games randomly removing Dark and Darker from their store is to blame. I'm going to be honest. Like Iron Mace, they should have warned Iron Mace. Epic Games should have told Iron Mace, we are going to remove your game from our store in 2 weeks. This would have been the professional thing to do. Instead of literally just removing it the day of, and Iron Mace finds out the same time everybody else does. SDF typing, okay. Ban report data not displayed. Yeah, I said that. Advantage to pickpocket caused a server crash. Yeah, they SDF typing. Let's see what he's gonna say. No, they didn't add healing reduction to HR swarm. It's only in arenas. It says only in arenas up here. Arena's dark swarm now has 75% healing reduction. Missing. Sorcerer's merge spell no longer has a casting time. Suspicion statistic. I think Iron Mace requested a takedown from the store. Iron Mace did not request a takedown from the store. Oh, you can't see it. This is the message he put out. I just threw in some Liz Keck. Spell merge not having a cast time is actually nice. Maybe I'll stop running insta cast. That being said, oh, this is cringe, man. Why did they do this? I don't really care about these changes for Sorcerer. I really don't care about the damage reduction and all that crap. Why do they nerf the shit out of Mud Shield? I don't get it. Why do they half Mud Shield? I don't get it. No one ran Mud Shield. I was like the only person. I had never seen another Sorcerer run Mud Shield. I don't get it. It's so weird. It's so weird. It doesn't make sense. Katie dead? Well, then we better remove it because Katie ran it. Gotta make sure Ranger hits, yeah. We gotta protect the Rangers. We gotta protect the Rangers, guys. Will someone think of the Rangers? They're literally in every single team comp in high roller trios and duos, and they're also in every single arena team in high MMR. But we gotta think of the Rangers, dude. Competitive against Ranger, yeah. It was the only thing a sorcerer could do to close the gap on a Ranger. Because I mean, it is what it is, right? Like, I mean, Ranger in high MMR arena, Rangers land their shots, and there's nothing you can do. This is what you have to understand. At high MMR arena, Rangers actually land their shots. And if you get shot once with a longbow when the Ranger's wearing good gear, you're done. You're out of the fight, bro. If you get shot one time in the torso or the head with a longbow, you have to run and heal. Because if you don't, you're done. You're too low. Your HP's too low. They're gonna multi-shot you into an insta-kill or spear backstep you and you're dead. Tells you a lot about the D&D community. Try to be reasonable about the high roller changes that just got cooked in Discord. Bro, like the Discord is a nightmare. It's a cesspool. Maybe did somebody respond why no, nobody responded to why Mud Shield got nerfed. Oh well.